Welcome into this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report by Chat Sports. Tyler Jones here with you. Thanks for joining us. Hollywood Brown is making his return to Kansas City after signing a one-year deal. And on today's show, we are going to react to his press conference where they announced the news, made it official of his return. We'll tell you what he had to say, share our thoughts, and more coming up in just a matter of moments. Tyler Jones here. Thanks for stopping by. Let's give Hollywood Brown a warm welcome back to Kansas City from the Chiefs Kingdom. You never know. He could be watching, or somebody close to him, like a family member or friend, could be doing the same thing. Hit that like button. Let's get at least 500 likes to show some love to Hollywood Brown, and we'll get started with this edition of the Kansas City Chiefs Report. Hollywood Brown makes his return to Kansas City after a year that I would say was a bit of a disappointment with the injury that he suffered in the preseason, and he didn't make his return till the end of the year, and he had a couple games that were okay towards the end of the regular season, and he didn't do much in the playoffs. And now he comes back to Kansas City, and they really need him. They get him back on a one-year, $7 million deal. And you look at this receiving core for the Kansas City Chiefs. Rashee Rice coming off that injury. Xavier Worthy's had some stuff go on in the offseason, and Juju's back. There is, I think, going to be a lot of attention on Hollywood Brown just with this great unknown with receiving core. Can he step up? And also, can he stay healthy as well? Those are going to be some big questions around Hollywood entering 2025. Hollywood, he said that this past season was tough, and you can imagine and why it was hard for Hollywood Brown of just everything that he endured this past season and the struggles of not being on the football field and seeing his teammates win without him. He had this to say on last year. It was tough, but I tried not to think about it because I was just so happy to be there and in whatever way I could help. Of course, it was tough getting cleared and going from doing nothing to practicing and then the next week playing. It was tough. But you've got guys around that rally everyone, and I'm a pro. I would say this, for the doubters that are out there when it comes to Hollywood Brown, last season does not define him. I know that it was difficult to watch, and it was a season that was disappointing. Nobody's denying that. But Hollywood Brown was a top receiver coming out of Oklahoma. He had a good run with the Baltimore Ravens. I would have liked to see more from him with the Arizona Cardinals. I still think that at his best, he can still be the 1,000-yard receiver that we saw with the Baltimore Ravens. And that if he gets a full sample size and a full workload, he can be that guy and have a big season for the Kansas City Chiefs this year. I don't think that's out of the question. And I have every reason to think that his best football in Kansas City is definitely still in front of him, because after what happened last year, there's really nowhere to go but up from here at this point. Do you believe in Hollywood Brown? It's our pinned comment today. You might get an ad break while the ad's playing. Get your votes in. Let me know what you think. B for believe, D for don't. Chime in that comment section and let us know. Number 2, Hollywood Brown made it known that he is putting in the work, that he is taking this very seriously. He knows the opportunity that's in front of him with this Kansas City Chiefs team, that he has a chance to play a significant role in this Chiefs offense on a very good football team, to shine and be an impact player. And he talked about what's ahead for him this offseason. He said this: I studied and I got myself ready to help the team. I'm just excited to now be back in the offseason, really training my body to prepare to be even better than I was. And the truth of the matter is, this team's going to need him. Whether you like it or not, Hollywood Brown is going to be a guy that the Chiefs call upon. And I'll say this, I felt pretty optimistic with the 9 catches and 90-plus yards he had in those 2 games of the regular season last year. I thought that was going to be kind of his starting point, and that he would build up from there, but we didn't really see that happen in the postseason. I want to see that be the starting point and then take that next step this season. And I'm very hopeful that that can happen, that that's still there for Hollywood Brown as far as that goes. One of the reasons why Hollywood is back, well, he likes being here. He feels the support in the building. I think we can all recall last offseason when he was signed, one of the biggest people in the building that wanted Hollywood there was none other than Patrick Mahomes. He made it known that he wanted Hollywood, and they made it happen. And Patrick's been a big supporter of his, as has Travis Kelce, among others, the coaching staff. Nobody publicly has doubted Hollywood Brown at all. And Hollywood had this to say on the support he's receiving. The people in the building, my teammates and coaches, they carried me a long way. They know the type of guy I am. They know the type of work I put in. Essentially, that's one of the reasons why I got brought back. And I don't think we talk about it enough, the culture within this Chiefs organization, why they have this dynasty going, why they've been able to be as good as what they are. We have seen that culture stay strong. And it starts at the top. From Clark Hunt to Brett Veach to Andy Reid, there is a way of doing things. And there is a lot of positive energy there. You got guys that are rooting on Hollywood Brown to succeed. Sure, it could get competitive in this receiving room, but they all share the same common goal. And you don't see that with every team. And I think that's a big point of emphasis that we need to focus on more. And that's going to be attractive to guys like Hollywood and others to come in with knowing how things are done. And it speaks volumes to the organization on that front. Who do you think is going to lead the Chiefs in receiving next year among the receiving core? Will it be Xavier Worthy? Will it be Rashee Rice? Will it be Hollywood Brown? Could it be somebody else that we're not talking about? If you think it's Xavier Worthy, if you think he is worthy, type XW for Xavier Worthy. If you think it's Rashee Rice, type RR, ARG for Rashee Rice. Or if you think it's Hollywood, type HB for Hollywood Brown. Get in that comment section and let us know. Got a great deal for Chiefs fans right now. Polos are on sale for up to 50% off at chatsports.com/Chiefs Polos. Got the gray one, have the red one, also got the stripes one for you available. And we have plenty more besides just the ones you're seeing on your screen as well. 50% off for a limited time at chatsports.com/Chiefs Polos is where you can get yours. We also have other Chiefs merchandise at that same link. Chatsports.com/Chiefs Polos is where you can get yours today. You'll be glad you did. All right, you probably saw this one coming. Hollywood Brown feels like he has something to prove. And in all honesty, I don't mean to sound like an asshole, but yeah, he does have something to prove coming off that injury. And the Chiefs, basically, what they are signaling with giving him that contract is saying that, hey, we still believe in you, that, yes, last year doesn't define you, but we need to see more out of you if we're going to make this investment in that sense. So, yes, he does have something to prove, but there still is the hope and belief that's there. They very well easily, the Kansas City Chiefs could have said, look, Hollywood, it didn't work. You didn't stay healthy, and when you were on the field for us, you didn't do much. See ya. They didn't do that. So he is right when he says that he does have something to prove. More from Hollywood Brown saying the following. The few games I played, I was there. I was able to open up things for the offense a lot, but wasn't really involved that much. I know the impression that I left. I want to show the whole Chiefs kingdom what I can do. I like that he has a little bit of an edge to him, too. That extra motivation, playing with a chip on his shoulder, that's only going to benefit him, and that's only going to make everybody else better on that front. Last on the takeaways from Hollywood Brown's comments, the sky is the limit. Wheels in the sky keep on turning for Hollywood Brown. He is very optimistic about what's ahead in 2025. Here's what he has said on his goals for 2025. The sky's the limit. We talk all the time about history, and the team we're on, the team's history, our history as a group, our history as individual players. That's stuff we speak on. That's stuff we're striving for throughout the offseason, through the training. We're trying to push each other to be the best. Ultimately, I feel like we could do something that's never been done before. And he could be the missing piece to the puzzle for the Kansas City Chiefs here. And you think about, as far as that drive goes, like we talked about, some of these newer players like Hollywood, I know it sounds crazy to think about. But, yeah, he doesn't have a Super Bowl ring. He's only been here a year. There's still plenty of players like Hollywood, even though we're in the middle of a dynasty right now, folks, and have seen 3 Super Bowls in the Mahomes era. He's still looking for his. And he's looking to show that to earn his keep, if you will. And I think that he will do so and have a big year this year. I'm very excited about him. For continuing Chiefs coverage, subscribe now to the Kansas City Chiefs Report. I'm Tyler Jones. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time.